So let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's not really an elephant, though. It's literally a horse in the room.
Well, it's part of a horse.
Part of a horse in the room. What is the logic? Come on. What is the logic about... I mean, I assume there's some sort of celebration.
As you have put it, someone who likes a thing and wants to buy a nice watch that celebrates that thing may or may not want parts of that thing used in its construction.
This is like Bremen using bits of Stephen Hawking in that Stephen Hawking watch.
Well, I'm sure if they could have gotten some, Bremont would have been very happy to put parts of Mr. Hawking in the watch, but they couldn't get it, so they settled for his desk.
Welcome to the aBlogtoWatch weekly show. David has never been more ready. And will now proceed to lead and guide us through the 60 minutes of horological... what will
Do we really want to take my road down the rabbit hole of horology?
All right, okay, so the road less traveled is where we're going.
There will be no food comparisons. It will be...
There will be no Wheel of Death. It will just be a
but there will be lots of Hungarian folk heroes.
Yeah.
Who doesn't need it's not the superhero we need, it's just the superhero we've got. Hungarian folk heroes to the rescue. Is there a grouping of Hungarian folk heroes? Is there a Marvel universe of Hungarian folk heroes, or is there just one?
Thank goodness. I mean, there were some cartoons back in the day that I believe they've not merged them as such, but they were celebrated in groups.
Give it
That's
time.
true.
Disney will sort it out.
If Disney could co-opt one Hungarian folk hero to turn into a Marvel superhero, who would you want to see? It'll be like your version of Thor.
Yeah, I would want to see someone who's the child of the people, someone with actually no superpower whatsoever. So I wouldn't, choose the strongest. I would choose Ludas Matyi, who's like a kid who brought justice to the big fat oligarchs 3 times over because he was nasty to him. So I would choose someone with brains, not someone with strength as such.
Okay, so we're in the Hawkeye zone here. Someone who imperceptibly can in no way be level with the others, but somehow manages it nonetheless.
Yeah, I put Ludas Matyi into the Google Translate and it couldn't figure it out, which is a problem because Lud is a goose, so basically, and Matthias is a name, so it's Matthias with geese, so that's basically the kid
Goose
that I would.
He's one of the ones we covered several episodes back when we did the what? Yeah, I recall this guy. Yeah,
exactly that. Well remembered.
He was very petty and vengeful. If you wronged me, I will wrong you 3 separate times throughout the duration of life. Yeah.
And
couldn't the Marvel Universe use that? I think, they could make a fantastic use of that. That's 3 sequels right there immediately.
and you, good listener, all think that this show has no continuing running narrative. We've just proved, we've circled back after however many episodes. Anyway, we're sans Ariel this morning, who is in Germany, I assume on some watch-related... rather than as some sort of government agent, he is. And are we allowed to say where it is? Do we know where he is?
I'm not sure. He'll speak for himself.
So we'll not bother. He'll speak for himself. Well, there is
somewhere in Germany.
There is only one place to start this morning, which I haven't actually found. We know where we're starting this morning. Let me just check. Apologies to those that are on YouTube, by the way. We seem to be continuing to run with issues from time to time with the chat and with showing it on the channel. But it is working this morning. So howdy to Breaking News Beat and good morning to Borisic. Let's launch into both clapage, the death of equines, all sorts of places.
Boras, how do you pronounce that, Rick?
I said Borisic.
Boracic, like Boras, like Jurassic, but Borasic.
Yeah, well, I said Borisic.
How do you get there? How do you get there?
Bora, B-O-R-A, Bora, S-S-H-I-C-T. Boris, it's time. Okay, we need, if you
That's
could
a very
email...
Slavic way of looking at it.
It's your influence. You influencer, you. So Bora, we'll just call him Bora. If you would like to send us a voicemail of to how to pronounce this, then it's podcast@aBlogtoWatch.com. We will take that. We also have a background thing which we've been sent by somebody, which I still can't manage to get on the channel. I will try for next week, and we will display our new background font. But most importantly is we are starting here with the watch that I've never wanted to talk about an Oris so much in my cream puff. The Oris.
I did this for you, Rick. I hope
Thank you. Thank you. The Oris Year of the Horse limited edition watch that has a strap made from horse. Corvan strap. Okay, let's first of all deal with the watch. So, I mean, yeah, okay, that's, yeah, Borisic typing, yeah, is Borisic as in skint. Huh? No, I don't get that. Yeah,
you know, Rick, just a hint: if you're a host of a show, don't read a message before you know what it means.
Yeah, no.
You started with complete authority.
I started with that's the way it goes. Right. So, well, first of all, well done, Oris, for releasing something that I've wanted to talk about since the.
Skint means penniless. It means someone who's broke. Yeah, but brassic is the same.
What?
Brassic means brassic or boracic. Yeah. Google is my friend.
In English?
Yep. British slang, particularly Cockney rhyming slang, meaning poor or broke, derived from boracic lint, which rhymes with skint or penniless.
Boris int. Huh? That doesn't rhyme. The thing with Cockney rhyming slang is it has to rhyme. How does any pronunciation?
I was hoping to bring you an explanation, but now you want me to go down the rabbit hole of rhyming British slang. Great.
Exactly. Come on, Hungarian boy. Come on.
So I thought it was a gent named Boris who was a fan of Jurassic Park and watches and just like
back to watches.
We've had him around for so long, and yet how far we were from the truth, right?
How unwell you can know someone despite. Anyway, back to the watch. First of all, I quite like the watch. It's to tell us about it.
It's good looking. It's good looking. So this isn't a new model per se. Mm-hmm. This is part of their caliber, like 110 of like manual wind in-house movements. We've seen this in several different executions with a couple different complications. So this watch in its core format has existed. Obviously, this is the Fire Horse equivalent. So you get the red hues, the golden hands and hour markers, the wee little horse running at the top of the power indicator when it's full, and below it's 10 days, so quite a long manual wind. Dates all the way over on the left at 9 o'clock. It's an interesting watch. This is kind of like Oris's highest end thing. People think of the Caliber 400 as like those expensive Oris watches with the in-house movements. Yeah, this stuff was made before that at a much higher price point. And consequently, this 88-piece limited edition costs $8,000.
Okay, so first of all, in the chat, it's good. We've all learned how still to continue not to pronounce Borisic's name. I will continue just to make a hash of it. But Breaking News Beats is grateful. It's very important on the Blog to Watch Weekly show. You follow along on video if you possibly can, YouTube, Spotify, etc. Okay, so this is a good-looking watch. It loses on a number of accounts, from my point of view. The whole using a pointer for one thing while using windows for another. It wouldn't have taken them much, surely, to put the month in a window as well, seeing as they've gone to the effort of the day of the week and the date. Dates at 9 o'clock.
Well, I mean, the month is nice because it also is a business calendar where you get the week number there. So that would be kind of hard to line up. This is sort of nice. You get it transposed along the same graph along the outer perimeter. And this is sort of an Oris feature. They love their pointer dates. They have a whole collection named the pointer dates. So
we'll give Oris a pass in that they effectively co-opted the name pointer date. What do we think of a date window at 9 o'clock?
Why not?
I mean, it could be anywhere. At least it reads 20. Should it read Sunday, the 28th of February? Is it the wrong way round? Should the date window be in the middle and it be Sunday be at 9 o'clock?
Yeah, it's weird.
Strong opinions? Any strong opinions? Looking for strong opinions?
I don't like any of this. I mean, it's just such a mess. I mean, if you put all these indications up your nose and sneeze, this is what it would look like. you know, you really have absolutely. It's just such a random dial. I really like the month indicator and the business week. That's smart. That's great. The rest is just not that great.
Business weeks is a complication that there should be more of, especially for us Europeans who use them. Has anyone ever used a business week indicator in the States? Is it a US thing?
No, we really do not use the week number. I could not tell you unless it's the first or last week of the year what week we're in. And Americans aren't good at math. So once you get past like January, I don't know what week of March we're in. And it really shouldn't be that many. It's under 12, right?
Yeah, it's a fairly simple multiplication. Yeah. But there we go. So let's talk about the, what would you call it? The elephant in the room? It's not really an elephant, though. It's literally a horse in the room.
Well, it's part of a horse.
Part of a horse in the room. What is the logic? Come on. What is the logic about... I mean, I assume there's some sort of celebration.
I mean, so this isn't like a obscure material. This isn't an obscure material. Like cordovan is a material you frequently see in premium leather watch straps. Yeah. It's very nice material.
Unlike rats or dragons.
But it's the combo. Come on.
Well, I mean, as you have put it, you know, someone who likes a thing and wants to buy a nice watch that celebrates that thing may or may not want parts of that thing used in its construction. And so while many watches have cordovan straps, this is a horse-themed watch that uses horse for its strap.
This would be like Bremen using bits of Stephen Hawking in that Stephen Hawking watch.
Well, I'm sure if they could have gotten some, Bremont would have been very happy to put parts of Mr. Hawking in the watch. But like they couldn't get it, so they settled for his desk. On this one, Oris totally had a horse. Maybe not a fire horse, but like this is close enough. And because it's cordovan, it's probably going to be a really nice strap.
I'm sure it's a lovely strap, but they could use a bit of a old saddle from somewhere. I don't understand how someone sits down in a room and says,
you can't ride a fire horse with a saddle. Presumably you're on like some other way of mounting it, or you just ride it with your divineness. I don't think the saddle is gonna, the fire horse, you just make it out of horse. It makes sense from a thematic standpoint, but I do see what you're saying. It is a little problematic. And this is only one of the few times in the Zodiac where it comes up where you could actually
you could do that
reasonably, in good reason and faith and taste, make a strap out of the Zodiac animal.
Well, actually, there's a good point. What Chinese? Oh,
there's rats exist. I don't think anyone is clamoring for a rat strap. Dragons don't exist. They're Komodo dragon,
monkey strap, monkey brain.
Don't leave the monkeys alone.
Pig, dog. Would you? There you go. Year of the dog. Would you be making this strap out of your golden retriever? No, you would not. Chicken leather. Has anyone ever heard of chicken rooster leather? Snake, I suppose, unless you're in California. Goats. Tiger. There you go. There's something exotic for Panerai to get their heads around. Actually,
there's definitely a dark web Paneristi forum where you can find yourself a tiger strap. I'm sure it exists.
Yeah, I just don't understand the meeting where somebody said, let's celebrate the horse. Because I assume there's an element of celebration in the animal. Like, I assume you celebrate the tiger in some way. I'm not in the culture, but maybe somebody who is could inform me. As opposed to it being about all things tiger. Like, we must eat Frosties for a whole year because it's the year of the tiger, or we must learn to ride horses because it's the year of the horse.
How far can this be escalated?
The year of the rabbit. Everyone has, I suppose you do get rabbit feet for good luck. I don't know. I'm maybe a bit of cultural appropriation never did anybody any harm. But I just don't understand. I just don't understand the logic here. But David, you just don't. I mean, it's even got a picture of a pretty horse, like turning around, looking at his bum, wondering who cut a shape of a watch strap if it's big backside. It's
a strange picture. Yeah,
it's just weird. I mean, that is how horses. Yeah. Okay.
It's well-meaning. I think I think they should have like maybe asked
spoken
a horse enthusiast.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, do you like horses? How much? Very much. What do you think of this? It's a bad idea. Okay.
Yeah, it does feel like one of those things where the company names something that then just doesn't work when it translates to the area where everybody loves horses. And I assume the Chinese love horses to ride as much as the next person.
I don't know if all of the zodiac animals are held in just general high regard. Like,
that's my question.
I would be upset if there was a rat in my home, regardless of whether or not it's the year of the rat or if I'm in Los Angeles or China. Like, that animal's not welcome in my place of residence. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm not, and people like dogs. Dragons are mythical, so I don't really think they impact people's day-to-day life. So I don't think every single one has the people have the same affinity for it, but people do like horses. Rick, you have horses. You love your horses. You gave him an extra carrot on Christmas.
I went out this morning before recording this with the thought of talking about this watch. Says, don't worry about it, boys and girls. There is no danger of you being made into a watch strap. Even if the rubber strap in my Panerai is starting to wear, your bottoms are all safe. That was a really unfortunate way of putting it, but your horse leather is all safe from me bringing out the Stanley knife to cut a swathe out of your posteriors.
I know I own a Panerai, but fear not. You are too common of a creature. I'm going for something far more exotic.
Actually, Oris website. I want to see if they've got pictures of like running horses through fields in this. Hold on a second. Let's just share the Oris website and see if there's like scenes from Black Beauty.
So the 9 o'clock date window is interesting because I've always heard that the 3 o'clock position is customary because if you were to be a right-handed person and wearing a watch on your left wrist, you could see the date. If you're wearing a sleeve without having to uncover it, it's a logical position. Great. So this is sort of backwards. We can write that off in the name of aesthetics. I don't think that's all that much of a problem, but within the context of Chinese zodiac watches, especially one like within the guise of fire horse, this is fairly a tasteful execution. This is far more wearable on a day-to-day basis than many of those very, very high art pieces that we're going to see about 24 of them show up in the next month or so here. But like, I would wear this, and until you look really close, it doesn't scream fire horse or Chinese zodiac watch.
I like it. I'm not sure that I like it to the tune of $6,100
US.
6,100 UK, 43 mil. So it's a nice size. Yeah, go and consider it. But if don't show the horse that you keep in your house or your other half or your friends who do like horses. Maybe keep that away from them. This website looks like it would scroll, but it doesn't appear to scroll. It also appears to be sold. This model is not currently available back in stock. It's a limited edition. It's sold out already. Wow.
There's only 88 of them. It was a very small batch within the context of Oris.
Do you think I should help?
Help. How can we help? Put the strap back into the back end of the horse.
Yes. That's can I send want. If my horse is recently deceased, can I send it to you to make a strap out of it? Because that's the thing you do.
Actually, Oriel had this hilarious idea for an April Fool's article about a decade ago, where it was called pet straps, and it had very elaborately photoshopped pictures of family pets being turned into watch straps, and of course, it being an April Fool's article on aBlogtoWatch, it was a very factual presentation of a service and a product. People are freaking out, like, look at these monsters. I can and of course, that service does not exist, but it was presented in a way where it was entirely believable. It is true.
Yeah,
so it was pet straps. That's a thing.
Straps. Let's see if we can see if the search function within aBlogtoWatch will pet strap. I like this. Hold on. Let's have a look. A golden oldie, seeing as Ariel's not here today. He wanted us to talk about the serious article that published, but instead of that, let's do this. Pet straps, pet companion, love lives Love lives. Love lives. That's that reading things.
Love lives on your wrist. Yes.
This is before ChatGPT, so we paid someone in 2012 to actually Photoshop this.
Wait, hold on.
That's
Is
brilliant.
how large was this hamster that turned into
It's
this?
a big fat hamster. That's a,
That looks like a very thick
it's a long
watch.
hamster.
It was fed specifically. It was bred for the use the parrot strap. You know that Bamford make that watch, don't you? Yeah.
Yeah.
The Panerai kitten Panerai watch. That's very
People
good
are
stuff.
freaking out.
For this one though, they didn't actually need to. For the Panerai, they didn't need to get
Yeah, it was just a
Photoshop. They Panerai forums. Yeah, they found that one.
They
and
just
ported
forwarded it to them. Beagle. That looks the Omega Railmaster Beagle.
Yeah, they have to remove the Omega logo apparently.
Omega logo. Nowadays we wouldn't.
Then it was added after Happy April Fool's Day 2012. I don't think I firmly believe that was not in the original article, but people were freaking out so much that we had to add to it.
Well, for Omega Corner this week, we can celebrate Omega this week for not having done this with their pet beagle. So there you go, Omega. You say we never praise you, but in Omega
Space
Corner
Dog.
this week, Space Dog. How many comments did it get? 22 comments. It's probably quite a lot back in 2012.
No, this isn't real, Shirley.
Turtle skin looks nice. Yeah, cool. Right, I like that. That's good. That's good value. Let's do that again. It's been long enough. Folk will have forgotten that we did that. If the average watch enthusiast was in their 60s that read this, most of them are dead by now. We could make straps out of them.
Let's just clarify one thing. I'm not against animal hide straps. I'm not against those. They don't freak me out. I wear leather shoes and whatever. So it's not like this. It's more about, it could be easy to say that we are being unfair with Oris for picking on them for choosing horses. It's not that. It's about, I think that, it's the year of the horse. And it's very possibly bad juju to have, before the year of the horse starts, you're already wearing a bad example of it around your wrist. That's just somehow, I don't think that's part of the Chinese zodiac system anywhere at all. It's just, maybe it is. Maybe I'm ignorant, but I really don't think it is.
We may be completely ignorant of all things. I did try to look it up on Google as to whether there was something we were missing in the application of Chinese New Year, that this was something you would do if that something was that you'd buy a pet rat for the year. I don't know. But I couldn't find any indication one way or t'other that this was either bad or good. It just seemed to me quite odd. Right, the flyback, things we missed in 2025. The question is, are we glad we missed them? So this is Mike's alternative review of the year. Things, I assume this is things we didn't report on. It feels like some of them we did, but that might just be my bad memory, or reading it elsewhere, or receiving the original press release and going, we're never covering that in a month of Sundays. Ripley?
I assure you, I didn't cover any of these throughout the year. So I think this was the things we didn't cover for maybe good reason. I don't know. You can be the judge as we dive into this one.
Let's find out. So first up was, I can see why we maybe didn't cover this. The 7 Friday Rocket bit. Okay. Can we start using like vowels and things? And that would be like, you know how we talked about desire for the year. Can we just spell things?
Just call it the vowels,
the fidbooks,
and if there are no vowels, we can just make up the word. So it's food box for me. Whatever you want. If we can just add our own vowels from now on. If I see something like this, I would just make it into a word that I want.
Yeah. So this is 7 Friday. I can see why we didn't cover this. Anything you want to add?
This isn't a new model per se. No. We may have even covered some iteration of it. There's a lot of 3D printing going on. This is a Rocket Boy collaboration, and it's striking. If you want to be alarmed, go to the website or watch the podcast, and you can see what we're talking about. But there's There's a lot I could say about it, and there's also, I don't think there's much that needs to be said about it. You just kind of can look at it and draw your own conclusions.
Imagine an urwerk that didn't go to college but to kindergarten. That's basically how you can picture this. It's just had a lot of crayon, like a number of different random plastic colors and stuff on it. It looks cool, but it's this would repulse women probably. I think if you wore this out as a grown man, as much as I appreciate this design and I find it fun, I don't think this would be something I would want to be seen at.
Yeah, it would actually be made better if the strap was made of horse. That would be an improvement.
There's a lot you could do to improve.
Interestingly, if you stick the Rocket BYZ food books into 7 Friday search to try and find it, it says you haven't performed a search. Use the search box at the top of the page to search for a product. It's even denying its existence. Denied.
Just
denying
put
its
food
existence
box.
itself. Food box. Let's see. Food box. Let's see what it comes up with if we just put something really random that shouldn't exist.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if it showed up?
There you go. It doesn't.
How can they say you've not performed the search when clearly you just did that?
Can we search for anything?
That's very condescending of it.
Watch. If we just put the word watch in, and it does actually. So it does actually work. It's not that
But
it's
if it
broken.
gives you straps.
It gives you straps.
It didn't give you a watch. It gave you straps.
They only give you straps.
It's only
That's
given.
hilarious.
Okay, so if
I
we
like
put
that. I like the
strap,
straps. That's cool for once. That's cool.
strap, does it only give us watches if we put that in the search term? No, it gives us. Is it the case that anything we put in here, it just gives us straps? Is that all it's trying to sell? What else can we search? Let's search for Rolex. In the. No, you haven't found
Put in
search.
perpetual or Rotterpont or Food Royant or Tourbillon. We are 7 Friday.
Literally, I can spell one of those words. I can probably spell chronograph. Anyway, let's. That's enough for 7 Friday.
Yeah.
That's quite enough of that.
Yeah,
Right.
keep in mind, Mike's summary of this was a single word / question. So
Yes. What? 6,000 USD? More at 7 Friday, though it turns out not. Audemars Piguet, Royal Oak, Jumbo, Extra Thin, Self-Winding, Flying Tourbillon, Chronograph, RD number 5, 150th anniversary.
the only reason we didn't cover this is because the number of
Too many
times you
words.
would have, the title,
The title's too long. It broke the editorial policy on titles.
There's more characters. There's more characters in the title than there are parts in the highly complex movement. So
Yeah, probably.
it's impressive, but not as impressive if you were to do this in Scrabble. This is an incredible name.
On this basis, they should be adding the water resistance at some point. I mean, the other thing, it's a self-winding, flying tourbillon chronograph, -2 + 2 seconds per day, 30 meters water resistance, stainless steel. It's just such a pretentious name for a watch. Oh my God, is it a pretentious name? And they're like, oh, it's a jumbo. We are so hip. We're taking all these nicknames on ourselves and we're calling our watches these amazing nicknames. Look how hot we are. I hate this pretentious nonsense.
What's happening with AP just now?
The interesting thing about this one is kind of like the Richard Milles, the crown doesn't pull out. You press a button and it switches it. But the boring thing about this is there's a lot of interesting tech going on in it. And from any reasonable person's going to look at it and just think you're wearing some other iteration of a jumbo.
Does anybody care about AP at the moment? I feel like, I would have had the ambition to have a Royal Oak. And they care about the knockoff AP t-shirts for sale.
There's a lot of them on the wrists out and about on people. It's true.
And is it a problem? Are they sowing the root of their own demise in terms of
what sense?
Just being too popular? I mean, Rolex manages to do popularity and luxury. They make millions of them, and yet it's still viewed as being luxurious. Can AP pull off the same trick, keep making more watches, and still keep the vibe of this is a part of the ultimate? I just feel that the shine's gone right off them. I just am not that interested. I used to be really interested in AP. I used to think, I think the epitome of completing your watch collection, so to speak, would be to have a Royal Oak. And now I'm like, I really just don't fancy it. Now, maybe that's just me.
No, that's actually an increasingly common sentiment.
Yeah, and why do we think that is? Do we think it's the influence of the previous regime just being, pushing the watch onto more and more risks that maybe the average Joe punter doesn't want to be associated with?
Yeah,
the
it's just the people who wear it. It's the same way. Like in the same way, a lot of people don't want to buy a Rolex because look at the people who buy Rolex. We hear that all the time. Of course, on a greater scale because Rolex is more in the limelight than AP is. But the sentiment can actually be the same.
Okay, Unimatic Riocam Modello Uno U1 Rio. That seems to have the name in it twice, but there we go. Great colours, the brand's best model, weird that came out towards the end of the year, considering how summery it is. Unimatic, one of these brands that seemed to really shine maybe a couple of years ago, has gone a bit quiet? Or is that just my impression?
I think they had like a really hot moment when their aesthetic was very novel, but they seem to be, they continue to sell watches and a lot of their limited editions sell out. And I do see them out and about on people. So the people who do buy them tend to wear them. They're a fun brand that makes really stark, simple stuff as well as like kind of more outlandish collaborations. And I think they're kind of still trucking along and doing it. We don't hear about it in the same way where it's like, oh my God, this is the most stark and platonic ideal of a tool watch. But like they have their core models. They're now iterating upon them, doing some collaborations, interesting stuff. But like I think they're still a solid brand. And I think it was last year I reviewed that one where they made a proper tool watch with like a shock resistant housing for a quartz movement and all of that. So I think they're doing good stuff. It's interesting. They don't have one identity. They kind of have two sides they play with.
Yeah, they have a lot of SKUs. I wonder if this is kind of the problem. They're cool. They are cool watches, don't get me wrong. But, when you're a watch designer, you want to design watches. It almost needs a department that says, you go design them, but we're not actually going to release any of them. Just satisfy yourself. We'll release every 10th one, not every single one you design. I mean, it's a fairly small company, and there's 4, 8, 16, 32 odd, basic designs, 28 products, in fact. Feels like quite a lot for a small enterprise selling $600-700 watches. But they are cool. And the summer one, the Modello, is still available, 770 of your Great British Pounds, limited edition 300. Yeah,
it's very
nice.
melony, and there was like Zodiac or something, or maybe Studio Underdog that had this melon theme. This is a lot like that.
So there you go. We missed out reporting of that one. How could we not have reported on the U-Boat Classical 45?
What year is this? Is this 2006 or what?
Tungsten black. This came out at the same time as the watch straps made from your pet. 6,100. But
is there something exciting written on the strap? Is it worth reading?
I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking at the U-Boat website, which I don't think has anyone ever looked at the U-Boat website? Have you ever looked at the U-Boat website?
We've been on the U-Boat website recently. Remember, we were looking at some oil-filled stuff. Yeah.
U-Boat Classical. Let's see if their search function works better than. I mean, it's quite a get-up on the website. To be fair, let's paste this in here and see what it says. Search results, or no products were found matching your selection.
When did the Swiss watch brands? I felt like they had embraced the concept of the internet a couple of years ago, and now they have abandoned it once again.
That's right. Swiss, Yeah,
They very much like
Italians, they couldn't be
uninventing
bothered.
things.
Yeah,
So-
whatever, you buy. You know, that's basically the business model. You find
We're
it,
all
you
about-
buy it.
we're all about the accents this morning. That's quite impressive. I mean, look, how many pages of U-boats are there? Good
How
grief.
dark can this website be? I like how you have to like scroll through like every 9 of them, maybe 12.
There goes 8 pages of this at least.
This
There might
really
even
is
be
like
more.
a pretty bad website by 2011 standards. Was that the 70,000 one, like in the middle, like down at the bottom, like the very last one?
The very last one, 70,000. The Black Swan.
Why is that
Okay,
70 grand?
Because it's
Ooh.
got that's odd.
That's classic. That's classic.
David's found
I
his U-boat. There's all. It's their
You want to go
marketing.
watch shopping with this guy, you know, I find you the good deals.
Because as they say in the marketing, there is a U-boat for everybody, and this
Does
happens to
Natalie
be the
Portman
one.
come with it for 70 grand? I mean, come on. It's just like
You actually get a U-boat with
70
it.
grand,
Yeah,
Black Swan.
that's
Come on.
45 mil, 18 karat gold, white and black diamonds.
And can you imagine
9.
like taking her out for dinner with this watch? She would be like,
It's the strap,
happening.
but it's the fact that it's got a what do you call it, would you call it a driving strap? One of these aerated
rally strap or something.
rally
yeah.
strap. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, there we go.
But none of this makes any sense. I want to see that U-boat in diamonds up close. Like, is there any way for us to see that?
Yeah,
better?
do they have a good shot of the side of the
We
case?
needed more close-ups, right? You bend on this.
I'm
way too
looking.
fast.
I'm looking to see if there was a search function that allows you to search by most.
Can Reebok when we? I mean, there'll be a Watches and Wonders. Can we ask that they bring one?
There we go. There we go. There'll be Watches and Wonders. Precious. Why is the search function not work? Oh, there we go. No, it's just the
There
one.
it is.
It's just that. That's the side of it. Yeah, there you go.
U-boat
My
in
God.
diamonds.
Well, when they
I really
contact
like those spiky black diamonds that stick out, that are set upside down. I really genuinely like those. That's fantastic.
Listen, I think Ripley, can you email U-boat for Watches and Wonders and get them to bring this for David?
Yeah.
We need this for David at Watches and Wonders. We'll sponsor the David.
I mean, I can only imagine that they haven't sold out, and they should have a sample available for review, right? Like, does it
That would
say?
be wonderful.
Did they comment on availability?
It's special, not limited edition.
Book now, wish list, technical detail. Let me see if there's a. Is there a? No, I don't think you can.
70 grand.
It's good. VAT included.
Such a random number.
That's there. I don't know what happens if I
Right
book
now
now.
in dollars, that is really
That's like
gonna
90
hurt.
grand.
Okay,
yeah.
it's not actually. If I click on book now, it's not letting me have it.
No,
I
it will just
need-
transfer you to an appointment with a psychologist. That's what you can book. you can book therapy.
Yeah, this website fundamentally doesn't work. So there you go. We're useful blind shoppers. We have to be a blind shopper to buy this, but we're useful blind shoppers for U-boat Italian.
What have they done with the dial? Like, why can't we see it in the photo? Why is it hiding?
It appears as a reverse fume dial where the center is
Fume's
dark,
on the
but not of the
outside.
dial, but the crystal. So the
Crystal's
crystal
being
is
fused.
just literally, they just held it above a candle until it just turned black, and then they just put it on the watch.
It just lets them water and then heat it slowly. Right, so there you go. There's a U-boat for you. We didn't report that. I can't believe. Surely we need like a did they section in aBlogtoWatch. We need a separate like
A no way
not the
Jose
main-
segment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. There needs to be a section where we put these things like we report ironically.
We have
there
wait
just
a
needs to-
minute. We can call it the wait what?
Yeah, exactly. We need the wait what page, right? Swatch Scubaqua. Yeah, I pronounced that correctly, I believe. I quite like this. We didn't report
I can feel
on
the
it.
plasticness all the way from here. Every once in a while, like when I travel, I go into Swatch store and I pick these up and I'm just appalled. Even though I like the design and they're funky, they're so unbelievable. Of course, it's plastic, it's Swatch, but you know there are different types of plastic, and this
This is bad
just
plastic.
rattles. Yeah.
Is it loud? How
It's
loud
loud.
does
All
it
those
tick?
watches are loud. Yeah, all very loud. My mom has like 8 of them next to each other on a shelf, and it's just like, or you can hear it's just like, I wonder if we could pull. This is what I was thinking last time when I visited like a couple of weeks ago. Is that can we pull an FP Journe resonance here? If we put them like really close to each other, the different swatches, maybe they will synchronize, and they will just take in like perfect rhythm or something like that.
It's the collab we're all waiting for, the FP Journe swatch collab. Let's stick them. I wonder, just take the movements out of the back of them and put them all really close together and see what happens. Ripley, you come across this? I'm trying to find it on the Swatch website, which is just a bomb scare.
I like them. They look a lot like those full sapphire. I think it's RDA who does them. Those like full sapphire divers, but for like a 2-digit price. As David mentioned, they don't feel nice, but they're not priced that way, and they're quite a bit less expensive than like a moon swatch. So they are cheap. They feel cheap, but mechanically they're sound, and it's a cool way to have like a brightly colored transparent watch. I very well might end up picking one up at some point if I'm drunk and bored in an airport.
Let's see if the search function on Swatch works any better than the rest of the websites.
That's precisely what these are for.
Oh, there we go. Bright color, neon green. That's me. I can't get
yolk. No one's ever named anything egg yolk and thought that was a good thing.
If your egg yolk looks like that, run. Just kill it with fire.
Welcome to Chernobyl. 3 Mile Island, eat your heart out. That is why would you call that egg yolk? Why would you not call it?
It was designed by a vegan designer somewhere in the end.
Fake egg yolk. These are they're cheap. They're cheap and cheerful, I suppose. So, but there you go. There's the egg yolk one.
I like that neon green thing. The egg yolk.
It's just a highlighter pen would have been a better description.
It was designed by a highlighter pen. All the lines are so wide. Basically, it was just designed by this wide highlighter stabilo. Basically, it's just like, when it's just like wide lines and not one single delicate moment in that watch.
It's actually that there was a piece of A4 paper that had like 6 designs for the egg yolk watch. And when it was put in front of the guy in charge, he just put a highlighter pen around the one they liked, and then they went away and made this. It was just it was a mistake. He highlighted the one he liked, and they changed the colours, because in no way on God's green earth is this anything to do with any healthy egg yolk that I've ever seen produced. I mean, it's not even vaguely egg yolk. Like this, put it this way: they've not surrounded it by pictures of chickens. They've surrounded it by pictures of jellyfish that are the same colour. They didn't put chicken and eggs around it when they now. It's chicken. Well, when is the year of the chicken, or the year of the cockerel, or the whatever it is in the Chinese calendar?
It's coming. Around one of those years, I don't know.
Around soon enough, no doubt.
Rooster.
Right, rooster, that was the word. So there we go. And then we have...
Of course, I have to know this because I own a farm in Scotland, so of course I know this.
Yeah,
of course,
I don't know to eat chickens. There we go. Frederic Constant Classics Moneta Moonphase. It's a pretty looking watch, a pretty dull looking watch, which might be why we didn't report on it.
I think it's not that dull. I mean, with the little coinage around the edge of the dial, good proportions, I think this is quite nice.
Yeah, I think this is pretty. It's not exciting, but I think it's nice. I think it's nice, notable. This would be a cool one to review if we get the chance.
My issue, I think I saw these in Dubai. My issue with it was, and it might have been just because it was a sample, but I know that it's quartz also. So my issue was that it's really quite light, surprisingly so. Of course, it's not solid gold, it's plated, but still the entire watch just didn't feel right. Again, maybe it was just a sample thing, but it was way too light for my taste.
Let's see if the Moneta Moonphase features in the search function of the Frederic Constant website. This seems to be
stress testing the websites of the watches. This is a service you don't get anywhere else.
You don't get this from Hodinkee, let me tell you. This
or anyone
there, or anyone, frankly. Frederic Constant. Yeah, there we go. The Moneta Moonphase. Well done.
Well done.
You have a website that works. The one we've highlighted is the gold one. The blue and the black are quite nice, actually.
Good on them. It showed us all the variations and just this without anything else populating. Like, that's a proper search function.
Yes, there we go. So well done. And when you go back,
Well done.
it takes you to that page. It doesn't take you to the home page. And you've got a wee search function. The 37mm, is that what they are? They're very, very small, £900,000. Very good. Right. And then what do we have? Studio Underdog.
Oh, I like this one. These are cool. I just
Lab.
like the colorway on this one. I like the
Champagne
colorway of
caviar.
it.
Yeah. Not one for me, but it's. I don't think Studio Underdog need to do the collabs they're doing. Would be my takeaway. I can understand the Fears ones, but Richard's got plenty of good design ideas himself. He doesn't need the assistance of Messina Lab, in my opinion. But then I'm not sure anybody needs the assistance of Messina Lab. But there we go. More at Studio Underdog, $1,750. They're selling more watches than Zenith, as somebody pointed out in the chat the other day. So, yeah, success story.
I do. The Fears one makes a lot of sense as far as the collab. For some of these where it's like a thematic food from, I guess, in this case, Messina, it's sort of just, it seems like a low-hanging fruit, or even when it's not a fruit-themed one, as a way of like, what food or concept works into your world that we can base one of these designs on. I just think this looks really nice with kind of like the shiny green and the golden yellow. And I like champagne and caviar. So, that sounds great to me. So
that belongs on a t-shirt.
But I also, I do wish that some of these collabs took something in a different direction, like we saw with the Fears collab.
Yeah, Fears, the Christopher Ward one as well. You can kind of understand some of the logic there. There we go. There'll be a Haggis themed one along shortly. And
hopefully
then finally, I think this is the last one on the flyback, the things we missed. The Christopher Ward. There's a couple more. Christopher Ward, Mr. Jones Celestial Moonphase. Mr. Jones watches are cool. It's 3,000 USD though. So this is, shall we say, more Christopher Ward than it is Mr. Jones. I'm assuming no one saw one of these in the flesh, or am I wrong?
I don't think I did, but I absolutely love it when there's a rather more or less generic looking watch with a bonkers dial or face like that. That's
cool. It's cool.
I absolutely love that concept, not just here, but generally.
So I like. This is the opposite of like a moon swatch. The moon swatch is, let's make something that looks like the expensive watch and make it cheap in terms of the price point and materials. This, like Mr. Jones, are categorically affordable, more so than Christopher Ward. And so what you're getting is a more elevated execution than what you normally get from Mr. Jones, but still very much within that fun world. It's kind of like if Swatch were to make a really nice swatch that looked like a swatch, but was made out of like colored ceramic or something.
And let's stress test the Christopher Ward website.
It should be good. This is where they started.
It's normally good. So let's search function, paste.
We can rename the show to Men Browsing.
5 results for Christopher Ward, Mr. Jones, and none of them, they're all 12Xs. And for some reason, it's only showing the bottom. Oh, it's the bracelets. So no, the search function doesn't work for this. So it's obviously long past. So there we have it from the Christopher Ward website. And then last one. Oh yeah, save the best. We save the best to last or not. The Belova Stetson Bison and Longhorn.
Whoa,
very strong West. I don't understand.
This better have a bison strap.
I was going to say it better come with a Stetson. I want a hat. Hold on, let's go to the Belova. There's only the one photo. Oh, the website's crashing. Oh, there we go. Let's we zoom in. Yeah,
I can't wait. I have to go get it for myself.
Yeah, there we go. It is. It's quite reminiscent of what was the Apollo watch from Omega. With the
coin thing,
the coin thing. I don't know what mission. I can't remember what mission that was. Somebody in the chat will.
Who knew I wanted a watch with a bison on it? That's what I want.
I know you've changed. You've moved it. U-boat has now lost your love.
Put some
you're all
diamonds
about
on it,
the
and then it's all me.
all about some
Diamond
Stetsons.
bison.
Diamond bison, the hardest, toughest thing in the world.
Yeah,
So in America, that Longhorn one is very Texas, but a bison, I could do a bison.
Yeah.
Let's see if, so we'll stress test the website, predictable results, I suspect, yes.
It's on the Stetson website, that's why.
Stetson, Bison, and Longhorn, there are no, let's just go Stetson.
No, it's on Stetson.com.
In case, is it? It's just there, is it? But Belova aren't repping it at all. Nope. You've got it on the Stetson website.
They were not allowed.
Let's find the Stetson. Is there better pictures?
Quite like
than the
these.
Stetson? Yeah,
I'd get these and then cowboy boots like maybe a week later, and then a pickup truck, and then I would move to Texas.
I'm not sure which watch breaking news Beat saw within a week of it coming out. I don't think it'll be this one. Might be the Studio Underdog. But there we go. It was blown away by whatever it was. So one of these watches,
the bison,
blew breaking news Beats away.
I freaking like these.
So there
Inexplicably.
we go. Anyway, well, I think now that we've gone through that ram raid of selection of watches, it's only fair that we go to the crux of the show and we kill a watch brand or two. So let's go to our favorite new game, the Picker Wheel of Death. So 3 brands are going to pop up. We have already killed.
Wait, and do we save one? How do we resurrect?
No, we're not ready. These are all watch brands. Roman Jerome got special dispensation because it was on the Picker Wheel. It died. If there happens to be brands on here by the time we've finished doing this in about 50 shows time, there are brands. I mean, like, for example, Bremen is on this. So if it has actually died and then it comes up on the list, we can decide to resurrect it. Roman Jerome is dead. We decided to resurrect it. We've killed off Armstrong, Acrivia, and we've kept Tissot. And last week, I can't remember what we did. Oh, we saved Brew, killed off D. Dornbluth. We got some emails about that. One person suggested that they were going to have to go and bury their D. Dornbluth in a field now that we had killed it off.
It was the one Dornbluth owner that listens to us.
Literally the one. He's a listener, of course.
No, he's a very good listener. And I think, like it's Oscar season. Unfortunately, we didn't start this out. We should do when we've got maybe 20 killed off, we'll do one of those in memorial little videos for Instagram. Some sad music, all the brands that we've killed off. I think an in memoriam section. But let's spin the wheel and see where we get to. Come on, are we going to kill off Rolex or not? It's big decisions. And the first one out the bag is it Christopher Chrono Swiss?
Okay.
Chrono Swiss, yeah. Okay, so let's mark down Chrono Swiss in the chat if you wish to select.
This is already a hard one because Chrono Swiss makes me smile, but in good conscience, I can't save them over many other brands. So
that's fine.
This is either going to be bittersweet whether they stay or get killed.
Ulysses Aran or Tutuma. I mean, their owners killed them off already, to be fair, so... and then last one, it's a good wee selection. Chrono Swiss, Tutuma. Oh, do we get a biggie that makes it complicated? Oh, is it Jacob & Co. or IWC? It's JLC. Oh, our first monster.
What a day.
Right. And David's found his happy place. He gets to kill off JLC.
Oh my God.
Okay, so discuss.
Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Jaeger-LeCoultre. Well, maybe we save JJ. Maybe that's the rule.
What are we choosing? We're choosing one that we are restarting, one we are leaving alone, and one we are killing.
Well, okay.
We save one and we
save one, we kill one, and we forget.
Strike one out of existence.
Strike one out. Nobody remembers it, so nobody can go back, revisit it, revive it, do anything.
That's what I mean. So one we kill forever, one we revive, and one is good as it is.
No. One we kill, but don't remove its memory. So somebody could come back and resurrect it.
Oh, I see. And one we strike from existence as if they didn't exist ever. Yeah, one we just close the doors and pull funding from. Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, it was
Chrono
Swiss, JLC, and Tutima.
It's a tough one.
It pains me to say this, but Tutima has never really, just I would. It's just, sorry, but from these three, that would be the one that I would strike from the least. Even I wouldn't want to say that, but I'm sorry, but we have to keep Jaeger for sure.
We have to keep. Enough people you need to use their movements throughout history that if we took them out of it, the industry wouldn't be what it be. We have to keep them.
Yeah, but should we kill them?
Yeah, for sure.
Should we kill JLC?
Not with fire, but yeah.
We kill JLC so that somebody sensible can come back and resurrect them that isn't Richemont. Okay.
Whatever.
There's a lot of archives. There's a lot of stuff they're doing, but this is one we need to remember. But maybe it might be best if certain things were taken in a slightly different direction.
Okay.
So, but we can't forget them.
I'm looking at the freaking Jaeger website, and again, we are back in like maybe 2012. Apart from the Polaris, every single freaking watch on there looks exactly like, I'm being generous with 2012. When did the Duo Metre come out? Maybe 07, maybe 10. I don't know, something like that. So apart from the horrible Polaris, there's not much else to see that is new. Again, Jaeger I think is long overdue for a proper revival.
So we're going to kill Jaeger so that someone can come back, and they're only allowed to come back if they call it Jaeger-LeCoultre. I think that should be the additional qualifier, and they just pronounce differently. It comes back and we pronounce it differently. That's fine.
Actually, we found in the archives the correct pronunciation would have been all along Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Perfect.
For those who are not in on this joke, there is this YouTube guy somewhere in America who is a watch dealer of sorts.
I bet you if you type in Jaeger-LeCoultre, it probably comes up.
And I found him like maybe again like 10 years ago, 8 years ago, and he just goes out in front of a green screen with a horrible green screen Mediterranean exotic background, and he just starts to explain why Jaeger-LeCoultre is a really good brand along with Tag Heuer.
And I'm just trying to find him. I follow him on YouTube.
But I can't. Why Jaeger? I think that's how I find it. Why?
Somebody in the chat can go hunting for that. So that's it. So Chrono Swiss we're keeping. Why does Chrono Swiss get our vote for just keeping as it is, doing its thing?
I mean, I'm never bored, even when it's a concept I've seen before, and it's like, their classic regulator thing with or without a tourbillon. They're doing something fun and colorful. I was just at Feldmar this past week, and they have Chrono Swiss there. They've got a ton of different brands, and I walked by and I smiled. Like they made me smile. Like that's a good thing. So, I mean, I don't think they're the most important, but I like what they're doing. They don't bore me. We can't forget about them. I'd like to see what they do continue, because other brands don't necessarily do what they do. So, I guess we're keeping Chrono Swiss. That feels weird, though, with JLC being in this, though.
No,
I found it. Have you seen the link?
I've got it. So I don't know where that. I don't know how loud this is going to play. My boy, I love the fact that he's.
What's he doing? Can we get Can we get him on the show?
Oh yeah. All right, let's do that. Let's get
he's
one.
Very red already, and the green background just makes him look even more red, which is kind of hilarious to me.
It's the fact that he come Ajanta Jewelers, but it looks like he's misspelled Atlanta Jewelers, as if the whole thing's just a complete.
Who knows what Ajanta stands for? It could be anything,
Right. Okay. I don't know how loud this is going to be when it plays, and it's 5 minutes long, so I'm going to try and find the mispronunciation.
Just started. The first 30 seconds should be fine.
Is right at the beginning. So here we go.
Hey y'all, Irish.
So we can't hear this now.
That's pretty
Why
loud.
can't we hear that? Oh, can you hear it?
I can hear it.
Right.
It's pretty loud. Just turn it down a little bit.
For some reason, I can't hear it.
That's
I don't
fine.
know why.
Fine.
Right, okay,
that's
let's
fine.
go.
Just
so you need to tell me. I don't know why I can't. You need to tell me when I can stop. So here we go.
Just spend a moment to talk about why Jaeger-LeCoultre. And if you're not familiar with Jaeger-LeCoultre, you may not be that familiar with.
Hopefully, you can all hear that.
You may not be that familiar with timepieces if you don't know what Jaeger-LeCoultre is. He said it twice already, so that's good.
That's fine. Good stuff. Hopefully that's come through.
So that's why I call Jaeger-LeCoultre.
Jaeger-LeCoultre. Well, yeah, let's get him on the show. I think we should just get him on the show to do all the. He could just read all the titles. Save me messing up.
He could have him read all the ones from the Morgan Stanley report.
Yeah. We just record them all.
That would be fun.
No, he could. The wheel of death. He could say, and the wheel has stopped on Jaeger-LeCoultre. He could also give us the official definition of how we pronounce Borisic's name. We just get him to do it.
After a decade of ridicule, this man has them down perfect. He's fluent in French, and he's
been on Duolingo for the past 10 years, becoming fluent in several unique languages.
Silent Duolingo. It's just
that's right.
All right.
Very good. Right. So
these brands are really difficult to we can't claim to pronounce this correctly anyway. So it's not just like as though we are laughing at him, but Jaeger-LeCoultre is out there. I really like that. That's very free flowing take.
And those that aren't brave enough just say GLC. And we don't. We think you all need to be a bit braver and just launch in to your pronunciation.
It's like Pacific Ocean. It has sea, sea in it, but you pronounce it in 3 different ways. Pacific Ocean. So Jaeger-LeCoultre, I guess, makes perfect sense.
Aluminium. Anyway, right. So we'll save Ariel's article for Ariel to be here because it's quite a good one. Guardianship and watch media. But let's look at one more watch. What would you like to look at? This Delma, perhaps, before we go, Ripley?
No, we can look at the Delma.
Let's look at the 0G. Have you looked at the 0G?
Let's do the 0G.
If you can look at the Delma and the 0G, you always choose 0G, irrespective of what 0G stands for.
Okay, that's fine. So here is the 0G.
Especially when the 0G is encased in sapphire.
Yeah, there's obviously it did come through the chat. I don't know why I wasn't hearing it. It does come through the chat because the chat is now reacting to those who've never heard this before. So there we go. Defying gravity with the Zenith Defy 0G Sapphire watch. It's in sapphire. Instantly cool. It's 0G. Don't really know what that means, but makes it sound cool. Yeah. It is a good
you have 0Gs left on your bank account after buying this. That's why. No matter how many Gs you've got.
Anyone had a hands-on with the steel version of this? I think I have.
Yeah, we've covered it. I talked about I think a rose gold one or something recently. But now they've just stepped it up. And in sapphire, it's arguably more impressive because you get to see how lonely and suspended the balance is down there. And that really is the whole party piece feature, watching this thing sort of flop around as you move your wrist to counteract the gravity, hence the 0G. But in the sapphire, the transparent sapphire, that is case, it's quite a bit more striking than the metal cased models. It is a large watch, so in metal it does look like a very chunky Defy, but in sapphire it kind of hits a bit different. It feels a little more svelte and thinned out, even if the proportions are just about the same.
$207,000 US.
Yeah, it's a lot of G's. That's a lot of G, even if it's called the 0G.
Yeah. David, thoughts on this?
I love this movement very much. We've been going hands-on with variations on this movement for a long time. They used to have it in other versions. I'm not sure if this has the Fusayan chain in it or not. It used to have the Fusayan chain. Yeah. And if you show me the case back, then I can tell. Yeah. But this is a lot of fun. And it really wobbles around. So basically the way it works is that it's not a tourbillon per se. It's just an escapement attached to a gyroscope in a way where you have a heavy weight on one side. And the whole idea and the concept behind this thing, this does not appear to have the Fusayan chain. Maybe that's why it's also less expensive, relatively speaking. So the whole idea is that this should negate all the positional errors, because this way the escapement is always horizontal. No matter how you turn the watch, the weight will always pull it down. And because it's in a free-flowing or freely rotating system, it will just always find its way to being horizontal. That's the idea behind it. It's just fun to look at, though. I mean, how do you put drive and torque and whatever. So how do you drive something that is constantly moving? You have to have a differential of some sort. So it's actually a really clever system that they found. It's brilliant. It really is.
No, it's a lovely looking watch. If you have 200,000 notes, then go for it. Send us a wrist shot at podcast at aBlogtoWatch.com. Good-o. Right, what's happening in the week ahead in watches for everybody? Anything exciting coming onto the desk that you can tell us about?
I will be meeting with Zenith on the 16th, and so hopefully I will see this creation along with some stuff that we can't talk about yet. So, I this, even though this is out, I hope they will have this one there because I do want to play around with these.
Well, is the person who's in charge of Zenith now likely to be in charge of Zenith next week?
Yep.
Bear in mind,
that's something for us to look forward to.
So who's going to be in charge? Who are they going to give the gig to at Tag? Who's moving?
No,
well, that's what you need the wheel for.
You know?
Oh, now there, yeah. Okay, I'll see if ChatGPT can put together the CEO wheel of doom and kind of do a kind of Venn diagram of who's leaving where and where they're going to end up.
Where they go in. It wouldn't be a Venn diagram. It'd be kind of one of those ones where the lines go into the other, and you like a family tree style.
Family tree, yes. So
who went to who.
So we'll see who gets to go to all the Formula One this coming season at Tag Heuer shortly, I assume. I mean, it's probably going to be Julien Tourneur, is it not? Who knows? 3 moves in 3 years.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's the musical chairs, the game of musical chairs.
Yeah, we'll see. Cool, right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us this week. We hope to see you in a week or so's time. Cheerio.
See you guys next week.
Everyone.